our nation. Put your hand over your heart and repeat after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Representative Gaynor. Okay, at this point in time, I think we can call the roll, and then we'll proceed to the honorees who are on today's agenda.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, roll call. Deputy Presiding Officer Richard Nicolello.
Here.
Alternate Deputy Presiding Officer Howard Copel. Legislator Sheila Bino.
Here.
Thank you. Legislator Carrie A. Solage.
Here.
Legislator Denise Ford.
Here.
Thank you. Legislator Laura Curran.
Here.
Thank you. Legislator C. William Kayla III.
Here.
Legislator Vincent Muscarella.
Here.
Legislator Ellen Birnbaum.
Here.
Thank you. Legislator Delia DeRicci Whitten.
Here.
Legislator James Kennedy.
Here.
Legislator Laura Schaefer.
Here.
Legislator Arnold Drucker.
Here.
Thank you. Legislator Rosemarie Walker.
Here.
Legislator Donald McKenzie.
Here.
Legislator Stephen Rhodes.
Present.
Minority Leader Kavan Abraham.
Here.
Presiding Officer Norman Gonzalez.
Present.
We have a quorum, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Mr. Forsyth. Okay, each month we have the privilege of honoring members of the Nassau County Police Department. This month is a little different because we are honoring a top cop, but we're also honoring 2 detectives. Now, I don't know, I think I'm going to call on Mr. McDermott to introduce the top cop. And then I'm going to ask John Bighouse to introduce the detective. So, Mr. McDermott, tell us about the honoree.
Good afternoon, everyone, and happy holidays. And once again, thank you for honoring the top cops in Nassau County. On February 17th of 2017, around 6 p.m., Officer Richard Papa of the 2nd Precinct was on patrol in Syosset, and it was a call to respond to a domestic violence dispute. The perpetrator had left the scene, who just committed an assault and violated an order of protection, and Officer Papa was doing the investigation. He was was interviewing the victim of the crime when the perpetrator responded back. It became violent real quick. That's what happens in these domestic incidents. It's very emotionally charged, and the struggle led to the ground. And during the struggle, one of the officers that were at the scene, gun was grabbed by the perpetrator. Officer Papa tried to restrain this perpetrator and ultimately took his taser out and tased him. This incapacitated the perpetrator, and they were able to bring him into custody without injury to anyone. What makes this such a good situation and a good arrest, and that's why we're here today honoring Officer Pop, is that this could have went bad real quick. We could have had police officers, civilians, shot and killed with the officer's gun, and that's why we're honoring him here today. And Police Officer Pop is the Nassau County Top Cop of November 2017. Thank you.
I'm going to be very brief. Officer Papa comes from a family of cops. His grandfather, 2 uncles, and his cousin Vinny is in the back. You can tell by the haircut, he's just fresh out of the academy. You can tell by mine, I'm not. He's done a great job since he's been out there, and all of that goes back to the 7 months of training that goes on in that academy. and that's the money and everything that gets put forth by this board and makes it our job easier to get trained and give the best cops out there. So again, thank you all for that support, and again, it's all about Officer Papa today, so thank you. We'll let him speak, but we'll be brief.
No, go ahead.
I'd like to thank the county ledge, the police commissioner, and the PBA president. I really appreciate everybody taking the time out to recognize me, and it's an honor to work for the county, and I appreciate working for a department that has the cops back, and thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. If you would just please stand there for a while while we can get the two detectives to the podium, and then we'll take a picture. And we have... Okay.
Good afternoon. I'm John Wickhouse, President of the Detectives Association. I would just like to thank Presiding Officer Gonzalez, Minority Leader Abrahams, and the full legislators for taking the time out today to honor two of our detectives. Today we have Detective Lyndon John and Jason Gartner from the Police Department's Elite Robbery Squad. Beginning on July 14, 2017, Detectives John and Gartner began their investigation into a series of armed takeover bank robberies in the southwestern quadrant of Nassau County. Over the next 5 weeks, these subjects strategically planned their armed robberies and escapes, terrorizing these communities. The subjects would enter the banks armed with loaded handguns, vault over the counters, forcibly taking large amounts of U.S. currency. Detective John and Detective Gartner's relentless investigative skills during this investigation ultimately led to the arrest of 3 individuals responsible for the violent robberies of 3 banks. Recovered during the investigation was a loaded 9mm handgun, which was used during the commission of these robberies, in addition to a substantial amount of additional evidence. I would like to congratulate Detectives John and Gartner for their unwavering diligence and steadfast efforts in seeing to it that this difficult case was solved and the violent individuals responsible were arrested. Again, I would also like to thank the legislature for your continued support. Thank you.
Also, I'd like to thank everybody on the board here for their support. These 2 cops, detectives, were both cops of mine when I was a young sergeant. They hold that same energy today and love for this job as when they were cops, and now turning into detectives. They do a great job. It starts with cops like Officer Papa doing that arrest, and those detectives that are behind the scene that do that investigation. So they do it with the technology and support that this board constantly gives us. So again, we want to thank the board and congratulate both of our detectives today.
Would you like to say something?
I would like to thank the legislature for this honor and thank the police department for all the support they gave us in assisting in this investigation.
Okay. Okay, and? Well, you have to say something.
First of all, happy holidays. Thank you again for all your continued support. Nassau County Police Department stands behind its detectives, officers, and superior officers, and we appreciate your help. Thank you.
You're welcome. Last year, the legislature had a citation for each of today's honorees. The first is to Papa, where are you? What this Okay, Officer Papa, where are you? And Detective John? Yeah, I don't
Oh, that's okay. Next session, I have them get these copies from the
No.
Just gonna go over.
You should have your own.
Just see which ones we're gonna which ones we're gonna to see how many we have. And then we're gonna have a whole copy of them.
Problems. I have
Could you imagine they don't